Hi, it's Yvette. In this video, you'll watch me connect the domain that I registered at NameCheap to my hosting account so that I can actually build a site. So it's one thing registering the domain, but in order to have the website, you have to have a place for it to live, a place for it to come from, and that's the hosting account. So make sure you have, whether it's Namecheap or another host, or another registrar, just have that open and also Hostinger open. So this is my Hostinger main page, my dashboard. In order to get to the place you need to connect the site, click on websites. So it takes you here and it shows you the domains that you currently have, but it also gives you the option to add a website. So you can only get that option when you're on your website list. Click on Add Website. Now Hostinger offers, you can make a website with AI, as well as you could do custom PHP, HTML website, and so on. What we're interested in is WordPress. So click on WordPress and just go through these prompts. So it's for myself or my business. And click next. I had created a Gmail account for this planned website, and it's dailywellnesstea@gmail.com. So that's what I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to copy the password I created for it and paste it in here, making sure that I meet all this criteria: one number, one symbol, one lowercase, etc. So I do have that in place. Otherwise, there would have been a message. So then we hit next, and the domain that I want to use, in this case, because I had registered Daily Wellness Tea and Daily Wellness Teas, in this case, I will be connecting Daily Wellness Teas with the S and paste that in there. And at this point, Hostinger is asking, do you own this domain and to use it? So that's the domain that we're interested in. So I click that. This domain is registered at another provider. You'll have to verify that you own this site. So just continue. Just hit next down at the bottom here. So right now, Hostinger is installing WordPress, and it's probably going to use a temporary domain. Let's just see what it does. Because at this point, that domain isn't attached to Hostinger yet. So it won't take a few minutes. It should be really soon. So again, here I am on Namecheap. This is the website that I want to connect. So I'm on the dashboard of Namecheap. It's showing me my list, and that was the last domain that I registered. So it's at the top. I just have to click on Manage. And this applies for whichever registrar you use. What you need to do is you need to change the address of the domain so that computers can find your website. When I register the domain at Namecheap, it just defaults to the Namecheap name servers. That's what NS stands for. And I'm going to be changing it to a custom server, which is going to be coming from Hostinger. So you'll see. So we're ready to go. It's time to build your online success. So it's saying 100%. Just going to close. Okay, so it's taking us here. So choose how you want to build your site. We're not using AI, and I'm not using a pre-built website either. So it's saying I want to go to WordPress. So on the bottom here, there's my option. I'm going to go to WordPress. So what Hostinger does is it creates a temporary domain until my domain is connected to it. So now I need to, it says here, domain needs setup. So I'm going to click on Manage. This seems like a lot, but it really isn't. So we can see here this error message, or this highlighted message, that the domain isn't connected to your website. Okay, so we'll click on check guide. And what you'll see here is it's going to give you the address that you need in order for Namecheap to be pointed to Hostinger. Goes. Also here, what I like about Hostinger, there's tons of tutorials, there's all kinds of videos and written information. So it's a big help. And of course, they have their AI down here on the right, Ask Cody, if you need assistance as well. But this really is simple. I hope you don't feel overwhelmed. So what we do at this point is, this is the name server. That's the name, and that's the second one, that's the name. Just click here on this graphic, the copy graphic here. Copied successfully. We're going to go back to Namecheap. And as I'd mentioned before, right now, the default when you register a domain is the Namecheap DNS, name servers. You click the down button here and you click custom DNS, because we are changing it from Namecheap to our own DNS where our site is going to be. So the first one, paste. Let's go back. This is the next one, the second one. We go back to Namecheap or wherever it is you're hosting your account. Again, this procedure is the same depending, it doesn't matter which host you're using, it's the same, because the bottom line is we need computers to be able to find our website, and this is where our website is sitting on these servers. So once you have done that here, if you look over here, we have the green check mark. We click the green check mark and we are making the change. So again, remember, it could take up to 24 hours, but they have been changed, and now we wait. So when we go back to Hostinger here, at the bottom, see where it says, I've changed the name server records? You're saying, yep. So you check mark there and click on finish. And you clearly see here, if you change your DNS records, which we have, your domain will be connected soon. It may take up to 24 hours. Now, in the past, it never took that long, but let's just see how it goes here. Back, dailywellnessteas.com, and domain isn't connected to your website. So we're back to where we were before. We're just going to give it some time. So I'm going to keep checking maybe every hour or so and see if with luck it is connected. So I want to show you another way you can check as well. If you go to whatsmydns.net and you paste your domain there, what it does is it's going to go out and see whether or not the server is pointing to Hostinger. So you paste your domain here without the www, just like this. Click the drop down and select NS, which stands for name server. Click that and hit search. And you can see it's got all the different countries all over the world, because eventually the DNS will be available to all the countries over the world, so anyone can look at your website. And as we can clearly see, nothing has happened yet, right? Because we only just did it. Okay, so I'm back to the whatsmydns.net. Paste the domain there. Come to the drop down, select NS for name server, and then hit search. So if everything is green, like we'll see green check marks here, that's one way of knowing that it is connected. Okay, so there are green check marks. There's a couple of red. I'm just going to hit search again, and there we go. Okay, so everything is connected. They may have the one odd one that isn't, but sometimes they come in and out. So when we go back to Hostinger, we will check and see if everything is okay there. Okay, we're back. It's been about an hour. And let me just refresh. When I do check on the DNS, what's my DNS, it does show that the site and the domain, Hostinger and Namecheap, are connected. But let's just refresh here and see if that's the case. Fabulous. It's done. There we go. So we are now connected. And if I was to go to dailywellnessteas.com, there we go. There's the blog, Hello World. and I can start working on my site. Hope this was helpful. Just rewind and look at it again. It really is simple. You just have to give yourself the chance to do it. Okay, great. Hope this was helpful. Bye.